In the popular film Titanic, a significant hunt was sparked by the mythical heart of the ocean. And keeping in mind that the core of the sea may not exactly be a missing gemstone, there are a lot of gems that truly have been lost to time. Here, in the popular film Titanic, a significant hunt was sparked by the mythical heart of the ocean. And keeping in mind that the core of the sea may not exactly be a missing gemstone, there are a lot of gems that truly have been lost to time. Here are 10 gems and jewels that have been lost but have not yet been found. To the Romanov crown jewels. Jewelry mystery. What happened to the missing Romanov crown jewels? The enigmatic circumstances surrounding Princess Anastasia and Prince Alexei made the Bolshevik Revolution famous. During the conflict, however, these two royals were not the only things to vanish. During this regicide, the Romanov crown jewels disappeared as well. It is interesting to note that until a book was discovered in 1922 that made reference to pieces from the Romanov crown jewels that were previously unknown, it was believed that all of them had been identified. One of the pieces was at last found, however, the other 3 keep on being missing. We are aware of what happened to the remaining crown jewels, but we do not yet know where they are. Some experts think that Soviet agents stole some of the jewels, while others think that the royal family may have hidden them while they were in Siberia. 3 Hawaiian crown jewels. The disappearance of King Kalakaua's crown jewels. Despite the fact that Hawaii is now a state in the United States, it was once its own independent nation with a royal family. Additionally, that royal family undoubtedly possessed its own collection of crown jewels. These gems are covered in secret. The state was in shock when Queen Liliuokalani was removed from power on April 3, 1893. However, the fact that the trunk containing King Kalakaua's crown had been broken into and the crown itself had been stripped of its jewels was only half the surprise for the new government. Over 600 jewels had been taken from the Hawaiian treasury, according to officials. A portion of the gems were found in the pockets of the illustrious gatekeepers. However, large numbers of them were disseminated on the underground market, never to be recovered. 4. The Florentine diamond, $750,000. Florentine diamond is still missing. The Florentine diamond weighed approximately 137 carats and was a yellowish stone. The diamond is thought to have belonged to Charles, Duke of Burgundy, though no one knows for sure where it came from. In 1476, after the Duke of Burgundy was defeated in battle, a soldier nearby took the gem and sold it for money. Even though he also sold the gem in 1657, the de' Medici family kept it in Tuscany once more. In the years that followed, the jewel went through a few different hands before eventually ending up in the possession of Charles I of Austria. The gemstone was taken during Charles I's World War I exile. Many people believe that the gem was shipped to the United States, where it was recut and sold to hide its identity, despite the fact that no one knows exactly what happened next. Historians have yet to provide evidence to support these rumors. 5. Akbar Shah diamond. The Akbar Shah is a 119-carat diamond that was set into the peacock throne of Emperor Akbar of the Mughal Empire. It is a pear-shaped diamond. The jewel, however, did not last very long in the court of the Mughal emperor because it was a part of the throne. The throne was stolen and transported to Iran, where it was hidden for nearly a century. The Akbar Shah then reappeared in the hands of George Blogg, a merchant, in 1866. Blogg took the stone to London and had it reshaped there, giving it the name the Shepherd's Stone. After that, he sold the stone in India to Malhar Rao. The gemstone may still be in the possession of the Rao family, as evidenced by tax returns filed by the family's heirs today. Notwithstanding, this is unconfirmed, and there is still some doubt that the stone was sold or exchanged hands eventually. To put it plainly, the stone's whereabouts are unknown. 6. The Atoka Star, lost treasure, the stolen Atoka Star. Emerald and golden eagle of the world's greatest treasure hunt. The Atoka Star is a well-known Colombian emerald that was mined during the 1700 years. This 25-carat emerald was shipped from Colombia to Spain in 1622 on the ship Nuestra Señora de Atocha. Tragically, the ship never got where it was going. The ship was sunk by a hurricane somewhere off the Florida coast, bringing the emeralds and several gold and silver chests with it. In spite of this tragedy, nothing was lost for good. In 1985, a man by the name of Mel Fisher led a group of divers to the wreckage and discovered 6 pounds of ship cargo that had been there for about 400 years. The Atocha star was one of the treasures discovered in the cargo. You'd think that the emerald would have ended up in a museum once it was found again. However, that is not entirely true. Mel Fisher mounted the Atocha star on a golden eagle statue after cutting it down to about 12 carats. While on display at the Art Vancouver exhibition in 2016, the golden eagle was taken from its owner in Vancouver. The emerald and statue have been actively sought by police for years, but their whereabouts are still unknown. 7. The Marlborough Diamond Chicago mob's Marlborough man, Jerry Scalise, wants out of sentence early. The Marlborough precious stone was a 45-carat precious stone that was the property of a wealthy gems store in London. The precious stone was shown gladly in the retail facade window, albeit maybe this didn't turn out to be the smartest thought. The Chicago mob was determined to acquire the diamond after seeing it in the window. Art Rachel and Jerry Scalise held up the store in the open on September 11, 1980, posing as Arab sheikhs. In spite of getting store and, surprisingly, out of the country, they were halted at O'Hare Air Terminal in Chicago upon their revisitation of their nation of origin. The two were immediately captured and spent over 40 years in jail. The fact that the mobsters themselves were apprehended and made to pay for their crimes, but the Marlborough Diamond was never recovered, is interesting. The police think that the two mobsters, who are now free, know where the diamond is, but they haven't told them where it is. 8. The Irish Crown Jewels. Christian, the Irish Crown Jewels. The Order of St. Patrick, an aristocratic Irish order, once owned the Irish Crown Jewels. They were a significant piece of swearing-in functions and were worn by the emissary in Ireland or the stupendous expert of the request. The request was functional up until 1974, when the last knight of the request died. Sadly, the Irish royal gems disappeared far before the request's end. The crown jewels were discovered to be missing on July 6, 1901. This occurred just a few days before King Edward VII was scheduled to visit Dublin and swear in a new Knight of the Order of St. Patrick with the crown jewels. The jewels were never located, despite a citywide police search. In the years that followed, various claims that the jewels had been discovered turned out to be false alarms. 9. The Great Mogul Diamond. Great Mogul. Diamond. Replica. 280 facets. Because it was the largest diamond ever mined in India, it was given the name Great Mogul Diamond. When it was mined in 1650, the diamond had a whopping weight of 787 carats. The jewel, which was claimed by head Aurangzeb, was shipped off Venice to be cut by a man named Hortensio Borges, who decreased the precious stone by about 500 carats in size. The jeweler received a hefty fine from the emperor, who was unimpressed. That was the last time anyone really talked about the diamond, and many people think that the sack of Delhi in 1739 took it away. Even though the diamond is officially missing, some people believe it to be the same Great Mogul diamond as the Orlov diamond. This is because it was said that both diamonds were the shape of half an egg. But since there isn't much else to go on, we may never know for sure. And the blue diamond. The blue diamond, a 69-carat diamond found in India, is generally regarded as the first blue diamond in the world. In 1668, King Louis XIV of France purchased it and cut the diamond down to approximately 69 carats. He then mounted it in the Order of the Golden Fleece, a magnificent Catholic chivalric order. While we do have some knowledge of the diamond's origins and previous owners, we do not yet know what transpired in its latter half of its life. Due to the ongoing revolution, King Louis XVI and his wife, Marie Antoinette, were detained in 1791 as they attempted to flee the country. Obviously, they were caught and detained, and the progressives chose to steal from the illustrious royal residence. Thieves claimed the French crown jewels, including the renowned blue diamond, during the looting. That was the last that was at any point seen of the French blue. The French blue appears to have been merely remodeled, in contrast to some of the other gems that have been lost to time. Although it has been reduced to approximately 2/3 of its original size, scientists have conducted tests on the Hope Diamond that is housed in the Smithsonian Institute and believe it to be the long-lost French blue.